So, one of the people in the Old Testament that has kind of become one of my favorites is the one that is talked about the least, or one of the one that's talked about the least. That's a guy by the name of Enoch. And just to be clear, there are two Enochs in the book of Genesis. One of them is Cain's son. This is not the guy we're talking about. This guy comes a little bit later, and he's in chapter 5, and there's not really a whole lot about him. We get 3 or 4 verses, and we're really only told 2 things about him of any substance. The first is that he didn't die, that God took him, whatever that means. He just wasn't there anymore, which is kind of cool. As far as I know, he's the only person that didn't die. Now, there's a thing about a prophet being taken up into heaven later that people say he didn't die either. I think if you read the text a little bit closer, that may not be the case. But back to Enoch. The really cool thing about Enoch, the thing that I like the most, that's even cooler than the fact that he didn't die, which is pretty cool, is what we are told about him. You see, we're not told what Enoch did with his life. We're not told that he was a farmer or a shepherd. We're not told that he had servants or not. We're not told that he, the name of his wife. We're really told very minimal information about him. But the one thing that we're told about him is that he walked with God. And I gotta say, that is one of the coolest things that I can imagine. I would love to be so close to God, to spend so much time with him, to walk with him so closely, that's all people could think to write about me, is Daniel walked with God. That's really what I want. That's who I want to be. I want to be like Enoch. So, in order to get you thinking, and specifically thinking about Jesus, if people were to describe you, would the way they described you be, he's a plumber, he's a nice guy, he likes to golf, she likes to crochet? Or would your description be, they walked with Jesus? Something to think about.